Alright. Hardcore boar enthusiasts. Well, we're at level 6. We're going to work on trying to get to level 7, and that means, that's right, this is the episode, the 6-7 episode. I'm sorry. I've been told that I will get thumbs down for that. I don't care. I'm doing it anyway. Welcome to my 6-7 video. And as we had hoped, we came to this graveyard exactly intact, exactly as we had hoped for. Let's go find some boars. I won't be able to skin these boars because they're too low level. That one's level 3, that one works. Alright, now, just to give you an idea, not sure I picked up the rest of that experience, but you know. Anyway, let's see, what are we gonna do here? What happens if I do this? Does that do anything to him? I don't know, it didn't seem to do much to him. If I do that, I've got that. Don't forget, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? I mean, that's kind of obvious, but my point being that I'm still figuring out how to play a druid, and I may never figure it out, but that's not the point. Is there another boar there that's also level 3, so that's good. Alright. Now I happen to know, like around this area there's a quest where you kill boars. And I mean, I could take that quest and possibly justify it as it's being specifically for boars. But I won't do that. I'm just gonna beat up boars. See, normally I'd be all over this stuff, but man, I tell you, when you're playing a druid, you don't get to use that stuff. Okay, now I feel normal. And that means that's what I'm going to get is 28 experience points per creature. Oh yeah, I gotta remember not to spam the moonfire. Alright, 30, I guess 30 experience points. So let's see, at that rate, we need, what is that? 120, except that we have some experience. So we're going to need like 90 or something like that, boars. But they do all seem to be level 3, so that's good. Kind of hoping that maybe we can get another bag. That would be nice. I mean, I don't want to sound greedy or anything, but you know, pouches are amazing. Next level. I'm going to talk to them. Thank you so much for the offer. I am not quite ready to join a guild, but I have had a tune in your guild before, and I like your guild. Please check out my YouTube channel. Hardcore Boar. Okay. And they are a good guild. It's true, I have had, it may still even be there. You'll notice sometimes when I start playing, I have this other hardcore character. And, I think at one time it was in next level. The other guild, I think it's in now. I guess it's not in that guild now. But there was another one that was called Stay Hard, and I was in that guild. And, you know, these leveling guilds are really good here. I really do like the guilds here that I've had the pleasure of working with before. And, yeah, even if you're self-found, I guess, you know, some guilds maybe not crazy if you're self-found, because then you can't really share and stuff. But I have not had any experience with them saying, no, you can't join because you're self-found, you know. Ooh, ick, you're self-found, you know. And I have to say, if I could change one thing, it would be that you could at least give if you're self-found. Maybe you can't receive. But then the problem with that is you essentially have trading. Two self-found characters, and now you have trading, and, you know, that was part of the deal, was that you don't get to do that if you're self-found. Just about accidentally attack that creature, because, you know, it's kind of a automatic thing, right? Alright. Now, I'm not sure if level 7 is when I want to venture out. I think I can technically go another level with level 3 boars. So that's a decision I'll make at the time. I'll decide whether or not that's it for the start area. I mean, obviously, I want to be... The thing about having a higher level is it's not just survivability, although that's definitely part of it, but it's also reducing my what do you call that, aggro area, and meaning I can then be more selective with only attacking boars and not having other creatures attack me as much. So, you know, that's kind of part of my thinking anyway. Yes, I just spam Moonfire, sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. And that's the same one I have now on. Yeah, that's right. We're going to hear the puppy in the background. For those of you who may not have tuned in before, that we have a puppy. The breed is called a Cotton de Tueler. So take a look up COTON space DE space TULEAR and check out what a Cotton de Tueler is. It's basically a cotton ball with legs. and the dog is great fun. It's wonderful fun. And no, we're sorry to decline that, but if you ask me, I'll explain. So I appreciate the offer, but no. And I mean, I do appreciate these guilds. I especially like it when the guilds ask first, because then I can sort of tell them, like, you know, thanks very much, appreciate it. Right now, not joining a guild. If they took the time to message me, even if it's a prefab message, that's fine. You know, at least they messaged me, one way, shape, or form, and I do appreciate that. Alright, and I think it's time to relax the old pipes for a second here. The vocal pipes as well as the muscles. And the muscles. Alright. And let's go kill another boar. Alright. I've got an idea. How about we kill a boar? Come on, that was a wimpy hit. There we go, much better. And I don't know if the dog is barking at the other dog or at the cat. And okay. He's been rescued by one of his humans. And now I have the dog on me, and that's providing a whole level of complication here. He's a very sweet dog. I'm very lucky to have such a cute puppy. Alright, okay. Well, we gotta find some more boars. I think we've pretty much porked this place out. It's pretty much... Got some over here. At least 4. Now, one of the things I'm gonna have to figure out is where I can go get training. I'm hoping I can get training in Ironforge. I might look it up. But, I'm gonna guess I don't get a whole lot at 7, because I got a couple of big ones at 6. Just my guess. here. Take care of that one. Oh, he sounds so adorable. Alright. How are we doing for... We're loaded pretty up here. We're gonna have to... One thing we have not had drop yet, and we may go looking for some, although I'm trying not to aggro other monsters, and I know this will aggro other monsters. I'm trying to find healing potions, and one of the places I can get those is in the battered treasure boxes. Off she goes. Okay. All right. Your pork chops.
I can't carry anymore.
Fine. Be that way then. All right. Let's go unload some stuff. We'll see what else we get. I don't think there's really much else, and I think this is Anvilmar, if I'm not mistaken. But, we'll see what else is there. All the boars I've seen are exactly level 3, which is great. And that's the maximum level I'm going to get in the start area, and then after that I have to start working on the levels, I think 5 and 6, or 6 and 7. 6, 7, there we go again. But anyways, we'll see which boars they are. And for those of you who know this area well, you'll know that one of the things I'm going to encounter is when I leave the start area, I'll have no choice but to deal with some foes that I will likely have to battle, so despite not wanting to, that's the reality of it all. Just making sure, we're double checking those things to make sure that they're, that I have them. I don't want to sell them and then find out I actually needed it. Alright. Wow, okay. 6 silver. I mean, it's not great, but it's alright.
Watch your back.
There is a weaponsmith.
Well met.
But I've already got the short staff, right?
Safe
so, I've already got that. Let's see what else is here, but I don't think there's anything else here I can really do. So... Hunter trainer, no. Clot and leather armor.
How are ya?
So, I could make some small upgrades here, but, like 3. Well, that's not even an upgrade there. 1. I mean, that one's not terrible. And it's not that expensive. Let's upgrade that. That's only 4. Some of these are cloth, so yeah.
See you soon.
So let's upgrade that.
What can I do for you?
Oops. I guess I have to do this part first. Okay, there you go.
Off with you.
Priest trainer. And these are just like warlock folks. Yeah. See, I don't think you're gonna find. You're not gonna find a druid trainer here. I sincerely doubt that you would. So. Well, I got a radical idea. Let's go kill some more boars. Gnomish mage. Level 4, probably playing the game as it was intended. Alright. Thirty. I was going to check to see how long I've played, but here's the thing. It'll be misleading because I had that whole thing where I was doing the run and the swim and everything. So it's kind of a bad indicator of how long it's taken to level here. Alright. And no, I'm spamming Moonfire. Okay, so after a while you start to look for somehow doing something different. Oops. Well, help that guy out.
I need to target something first.
Alright. I may check to see if there is a treasure box there. And if there is, well, while trying to stay as close as possible to the principle of only fighting boars, we may end up having to beat something up, but I could kind of use the kind of stuff that's in treasure boxes. That's the deal. And I have... Where am I at? Okay, good. How hard will it be to kick this guy up manually? Let's see. Yes. Spam a heal. Okay, well, can we see if there's any... I don't see any treasure box there. And check the next camp. In case there's one there. Uh-oh. Am I being attacked? No. Somebody else is. Okay, that's fine by me. See if there's one over here. I know there would be in a cave, but I think that's... I don't think that would be fair if I did that. I mean, you know... There is a chest there. Oops. Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay. Stuff happens, right? Is it still there? Still like having a dwarf, because a dwarf would tell me that stuff. See, I'm trying to avoid if I can. Yeah, it is there. Alright. See what's inside. And that's pretty much a swing and a miss. But, I mean, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't shoot, so... There you go. I'm not even going to go to the one that's at the mouth of the cave. That's my first treasure box, I think? I only had to knock a couple of non-boar creatures off, so... Again, trying to stay as close as I can to the ideal of boars only. Here on Hardcore Boar, we take the challenge seriously, but we do take it serious enough to try to follow it relatively closely. I mean, you know, I want to keep it as I want to keep the insanity as pure as possible. Alright. Again, if you're new here, some people have said, well, is this fashioned after the South Park episode? I mean, there's definitely some inspiration from that. If you guys have not seen the episode, Make Love Not Warcraft, I mean, it is, it's a great episode. I mean, I'm thinking it pays homage well to the game, even if it's not 100% accurate, but that doesn't matter that it's not 100% accurate. You don't need something that you're lampooning, you know, to be absolutely bang on. In fact, that's part of the charm, is to make it a little different than what it really is. So yes, one of the main plot points in the episode, I did not mean to do that. I meant to beat the guy up behind him. Remember, I'm allowed mistakes. I'm not going to make them on purpose. You know. Anyway. So what happens when I'm not paying full attention to what I'm doing. So just ignore that one. Let's go back to killing boars. I'm aiming for my kills to be at least 95% boars, and when they're not boars, it's either because I was attacked, it was a mistake, or like leaving this area here, it was necessary in order to get to the next area. Not really a lot of choice there, okay? Anybody who says they can do just boars, I don't know how they do it. I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying I don't know how they did it. Okay, well, that's as good as this. And, I'm gonna pause now. I think it's Dintin time. Okay, we're back. I am totally full of spaghetti and meat sauce. It was yummy. And we're back to beating boars. I want to continue to thank you for tuning into the 6-7 episode. My 12-year-old informs me that I should look at the calendar before considering calling this episode the 6-7 episode, because this is not cool anymore, if it ever was, and that I might be subject to some thumbs down. And you know what? If that's the case, then so be it. I am not afraid. If that's what you feel you need to do, then you go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I'll continue on fearlessly.
I'm out of range.
Not wanting to risk both of my subscribers and my average viewing of 20 viewers per episode. For some reason, episode 2 just really, it went viral. There was like 75 views of it, so I'm not sure exactly why. I think maybe because it had the whole concept of swimming all the way to Westfall. It might have been a tag that caught someone's attention. It got into some kind of an algorithm somewhere. I don't know. Okay? And, whatever it is, it's whatever it is. So if you're willing to leave a comment, today's question is going to be this. At what level do you think I should accept a guild invitation, if any? So there's two parts to this question. Should I ever accept a guild, a guild invitation? And if so, when should I do that? Should I do that at level 10, or what do you think? One thing I will tell you is that if I do accept a guild invitation, I will try to make it clear to the members of the guild, as well as the guild master in particular, what I'm doing, in case there's people that have an apprehension, because obviously their comments and such will appear on the screen. And I want to try to be a little conscientious about that. I mean, you know, you're anonymously playing a public game, so, you know, there is an extent to which this just kind of gets out, regardless. But I'm just saying, I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can be. Alright.
I need to get closer.
Let's drink a little water. 3 bars to go, guys. We are getting very close to the 7 part of 6-7. I think what I'll do is, once I do hit that level, is I will celebrate by going to Anvilmar. Not Anvilmar. Kharanos. And I will make that my home, which so far I have not set a home, so it's a good thing I haven't used a Hearthstone. So yeah, maybe that's a good idea if I do that. Yeah. Now, is there a... I don't see a battered chest here anywhere. Oh, there is one. Okay. Now again, we're probably going to have to at least take out one of these bad guys in that process, but that's kind of a necessary thing in order to access things which I need. So it's only on that basis that I'm doing that. Look at this, I ninja'd my way right in without hitting any of them.
Inventory is full.
Yeah, full of crap too. So, I hate to be that guy that leaves that treasure box behind. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw something out, because I don't want to leave that treasure box like that, because I think that's kind of not a nice thing to do. There, now the box will disappear, and we don't need to worry about that stuff. Now, do I go cash in one more time? I guess we do, hey? We'll cash in once more, and we'll do one last round of boars, and then we're going to go to Kharanos, and we'll call it a day. Now, again, the other thing that I have allowed for profession and you know, related quests. those quests that specifically improve your... they're geared towards your class or your professions or fishing, cooking, those kind of things. Those I will accept because those I believe I believe that's fair game. And since I set my own rules, that's my rule. Okay. Now.
How are you?
Okay, let's go with that. You know, after initially finding two bags, I haven't found any, interestingly enough.
Hey, good.
Okay. We are at 2.5 bars, a little over. Just checking something real quickly here.
It is too far away.
All right. Two bars away, folks. We're just about there. Alright. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try using some new audio equipment. I'm hoping that'll make things better, not worse. You know, we may have to experiment a little bit with it. So, I may experiment a little bit with the backup character, Crash Test Dummy, just, you know, because that's what Crash Test Dummy is for testing things. So, and the other thing is, of course, Crash Test will be the backup if something happens to this one. You know, I mean, we're playing hardcore, so, you know, stuff can happen, right? Yeah, I'm talking to you, buddy. You can't hurt me, because I can do this to me myself. There we go. Less than a bar. So we will go to Kharanos, whether or not I'm going to come back to the start area. We might test it out a little bit to see how hard it is to knock down the boars out there, as well as avoiding other creatures, because that's going to be a thing, right? Yeah. Wow. Well, you know, if my math is right, this should be the one. Let's spam the moonfire. And there we go. And just like that, we are level 7. Okay. Let's go to Kharanos. We'll spare you this time. Now, I'm gonna have a hard time resisting if there's a level 6 boar just sitting there. You know, and I've got skinning, right? And, you know, I'm just gonna end up with a mangled thing of whatever it is that you get when you don't get light leather. Which I can't remember what it is, but it's basically mangled junk, if I'm not mistaken. Akin to the ruined pelt that you end up with. Cold Ridge Pass. Alright, let's go. I'm not going to go looking for trouble in that cave, but I'm probably going to be finding it. And rather than trying to outrun it and have like 8 guys on top of me, I'm going to fight him as I need to. Because I don't want 8 guys on me, because that could end badly. Alright, it was inevitable. Take that. I could outrun this guy, right? Oh, there's more. Okay. Well, I'll just kill him. Alright. 2. I think that's respectable, right? Only having to attack, to fight off two of them. I didn't attack them, they attacked me. He hit me first after I hit him back, you know, that kind of thing. Okay, hey, there's a grizzly bear. We don't want to deal with him, but here is a level 5 boar. I don't think these are skinnable, but let's find out, shall we? And they are skinnable. Well. Yeah, ruined leather scraps. That's the thing I was knowing I was going to end up with. Where was another one? Look at that. Alright. Done Moreau. There we go. Got another boar. This one's level 6.
I'm out of range.
I would suggest you that that was significantly harder than the level 5 one.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, yeah. Did I skin the other guy? I did not skin the other guy. Light leather. Now, what about leather working? How does that work? I can make a light armor kit out of the light leather. Well, that's pretty cool. And I can make light leather out of 3 rune scrap leather scraps. I'm sure you guys all knew that. I did not know that. Well, look at that. That's better than what I have. So is that. So is that. So is that. Well, I think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work just fine. Alright. Oh, look. Stuff to skin. Oh. This is the best. I mean, I can't complain about that. Now that's a level 7 now. I don't know. That's a pretty tough looking boar if you ask me. Something happened to my... I had bars here. I'm sure I did. And... I don't know. Something must have happened. There they are. And we're going to create light leather. The other thing I'm going to have to stock up on is coarse thread. Alright. Can't pass up these boars. Although I do have to be careful with them. I should have probably drank. Let's do that this time. Don't want to not do that. Now, if we can find somebody who is killing stuff and not skinning, I don't mind following behind them and just skinning away. Light leather. Look at that for those people who like mining.
It is too far away.
Well, level 7 ones are pretty tough. Oh, let's follow behind these guys. Why, thank you. Oh, they got their own Skinner. Okay. That's fair. Okay, so try to avoid that. Oh, that bear is coming on to me. Oh, well, this guy is. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Let's see if we can outrun him. Outrun the bear! Did we outrun the bear? Is he gone? He's gone. Alright, let's go skin that other thing. He's level 8. I don't really want to mess with the level 8. But I want to skin that thing. Really quickly, really quickly. Do it, 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 do it. Okay. Cost-benefit analysis. I don't think that was really worth it. Let's give that leopard a wide berth here. Now, there's always... It seems to me there's always a boar on this ridge here. Well, there was. At least he left something behind for me anyway. Where did you guys come from? Suppose you guys left a bunch of skins down there for me, right? Not really. And there's a lot of company down there. Yeah, we'll just... Oh, you're gonna go down there. Well, I'm gonna guess that you don't skin. We'll see. What level are you? 7? Surprised I can reach him. just doing that one quest. Pretty sure. Alright. Yeah. Wow. Kharanos. Kharanos. Don't think it matters too much, does it? Let's go over here where we can heal our stuff, sell some things, do all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No!
Chunk of boar meat. I don't know if I can do... If I'm not questing, these aren't going to do me any good. Anyway, let's see, what else have we got here? We've got an armorer,
See you soon. What can I do for you?
and he sells like heavy-duty armor.
Be good, can a pint?
He sells the lighter stuff, but it looks like I can actually substantially upgrade my stuff, but I also have to think about the price. I have to ponder my ponderer here a little bit. I'm going to save my money.
Oh, with you.
And... Has that got trade supplies? No, he's a weaponsmith. Well, okay, but
What's on
that
your
is something
mind?
that does interest me if it's better. And it absolutely is better, and it absolutely is worth it. So, I think we're going to give him the short staff. We're going to put the walking stick on. Definitely better damage, so I know that's a lot.
Safe
But
travels.
I think it's worth it. Blacksmithing supplies. So he's not going to have leatherworking supplies or anything like that. Okay, well, let's go to the inn, and I am going
I have the
to
finest wires in the land.
make this my home, except...
Keep your feet on the ground.
And I actually think this is probably about as good a place to wrap up this episode. So I want to thank you for joining me for my special 6-7 episode, 6-7. We're level 6, and then we made it to level 7. And we're going to pick up from that later on. So in the meantime, stay bored.